Yo, 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 yo. Man, it's like there's just an air of like what's going on this week. It was a big week, big matchup week. A lot of people were fighting for a spot. A lot of decisions were made through this past week 9 results, and a lot of people, I wouldn't say a lot, maybe half the league is just frustrated right now on what's going on. It's your boy, Jay Bizzle in the house, none other, your other boy, RIP co-commissioner of this league, talking about this week's matchups. And man, there are some just frustrated people out there. So we're gonna have to go through week 9 carefully to talk about some of these things that are going on. But your boy, uh, we got storylines. We got storylines going on. Let's just go to the first one, which was really interesting because there's just a lot of name changing going on right now, and it's getting slightly a little vicious right now. Eat these nuts, mother Puka versus last place gonna Puka all over your face, which was a decisive victory. I don't think it was even in question of who was gonna win this going into the last game. But man, another beatdown that happened here. What's your thoughts on this, RIP?
Um, Not much to say. I mean, Beast Mode's team keeps rolling, and Hoon's team keeps falling. There's a lot of buys on Hoon's team, although I don't know if that would have made a difference. I think Trevor Lawrence on buy let him play Stroud, who got the 40 points, which probably would have combined um, outscored the three players that were on buy. So um, yeah, I mean, not much to say. Cooper Cup didn't show up for Hoon, and Goddard got injured, I believe, and um
Broke his forearm.
yeah, it was tough. I mean, maybe if he had Javante, um or if he had played Najee and had Javante, then it might have been a little different. Um but yeah, I mean, he wasn't gonna get away from playing Cup and Evans, so there was probably not much that would have happened.
But man, CJ Stroud coming out with a 41-point game. If that wasn't the pickup of the century for Eat These Nuts, Mother Puka, that maybe, who knows? Next week continues onwards, get some 40-ish points out of CJ Stroud again. I mean, that's a Tampa Bay defense that's pretty solid, and he scored 41 on that in a miraculous comeback to have on there. But Puka all over your face doesn't even start Puka anymore. He just puts him on the bench because it's not even worth it. And
Right.
Jalen it's
And
always
he picked up Taysom Hill, and Taysom balled out. So
yeah.
that
I
was
wonder did
huge
he
for
even
him.
pick up the Browns defense anytime soon. But man, Dicker the kicker getting 11 points on there. Puka, is this a possible shoe in to the 4th spot in the playoffs?
I think it's too early to call shoe in. But yeah, he's definitely probably leading the clubhouse in right now. But yeah, we're just barely over half. We're just a little over halfway. So I think there's a lot of fantasy left.
Bijan only getting him 4.9. Oh, this another week. Bijan doesn't even get any points last week, gets 4.9. Is this trade bait? Is this something to trade for?
If someone's willing to take a risk on that, I'm not dying on that.
Oh, goodness. In another one, which turned into a low scoring affair, there was either high scoring or low scoring in these matchups here. This was a very critical matchup. Nino versus Chocho Train. I mean, they're going back and forth through there. It was contentious because Justin Herbert in Monday Night Football was not doing very well. That's on there. What did you think about this matchup between Chocho and Nino?
Yeah, it ended up being a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Figured that Tom would come out with a victory. But yeah, really, Monday night kept it extremely close. I mean, Nenad's team, it was pretty solid for the most part. He didn't have to deal with any buys, so he had the full strength. Tom Cho had to play without McCaffrey, which that would have added probably 15 points to his score on the bottom line, regardless of who he played. Yeah, I mean, Nenad made a good attempt, but yeah, the Bills D you would think would get more than 1 point, and Lamar only had 11 and a half. These are just low scores for some of these top tier positions. And yeah, Tom Cho was really actually lucky to walk away with a 3-point win.
Yeah. I mean, just a switch of Jake Ferguson. I mean, he balled out on Philly and scored multiple touchdowns, I think. And if you switched them out from Logan Thomas, even Kareem Hunt, if he switched them with James Cook, I mean, that could have been the difference on there. Sam Howell's
Right.
fire. It just could have been one decision, which I don't know if Nino is banging his head against the wall because he made the wrong decision on that one.
Right. I
But
mean, yeah.
Chocho Train, is he losing steam?
I don't think so. I mean, every team's gonna have a down week. It's good for him. It's positive to see Deontay Johnson with a big game and Kyle Pitts getting more than 0 points. I mean, he had a lot of points on the bench, left on the bench as well, and so yeah, no, I think nothing to worry about. He was playing without CMC, the number one, overall player, I think, in fantasy. So, that, like, yeah, he would have been over 100 with CMC.
True that, true that. Let's go to the next one, which turned out to be almost a shocker in terms of biggest point differential, because at one point I think OMG like literally had like 20 points with like two players left, and it was Josh Allen who basically got him to over 50 points. But I mean, it was literally like 20 to like 120. So Super Jamaria Brothers dominating performance on there. Is Dak back? Is Dak back? Is this going to be a little run to a little maybe playoff contention?
Um, for Dune or the Cowboys? Because I don't
Oh,
think Dune's.
oh,
I don't
both.
think. Yeah, I think Dune's a little bit short to make the playoffs. I think it'd be really tough. He'd need Dak to get like 50 every week. But yeah, I mean it's a good win for Dune, and he's been heating up. So I mean, I guess if he wins out or real close to it, yeah, he could play spoiler and maybe even walk in himself. His team's warming up at the right time for sure.
I mean,
Yeah,
Jamar
he didn't have.
getting 6 points, that's not going to be usual.
Who's that? Oh, Jamar
Yeah.
Chase. Yeah, I mean, he's a little boomer bust this year. So, yeah, it could be like 40, could be 6, could be 20. You never know what you're gonna get. You're just hoping it's one of the big weeks when you need it. Yeah, but yeah, he could have sat his whole team pretty much against Norong. Norong did have some buy issues, right? He had three guys on buy. But yeah, it probably wouldn't have even helped. 118 this year is seems like plenty to win a week in fantasy. That's just the scoring's all weird and low, and making it a little bit less exciting this year. Surprising to see Josh Allen with 25 points and Gabe Davis with 0.
Yeah.
I think even I saw No on Monday, and he was saying how he was actually very depressed. He wanted to quit fantasy because of how bad his team was doing. And then I think even I think he might have said that Yoon told him to play a few different guys, and then Yeah,
It
it
wouldn't have.
didn't help.
It wouldn't have
Yeah,
mattered. Oh,
it didn't.
speaking of OMG, OMG.
Speak,
Oh,
speaking of OMG, he's logging in right now.
OMG. Are you doing okay, buddy?
Whatever. I'm still trying to put the kids to sleep.
Oh,
Enough.
we're talking about your matchup with Diyun. Can't even respond. He's too depressed.
No.
Oh yeah, I'm freaking depressed. I almost like quit the league. Let's see.
I mean, 50 points is pretty bad.
Come on, Dorong. This is just a 1 week episode. You were scoring like 100 points last time.
Oh, I blame Dave Yoon for setting me up. He was like, "Hey, you should pick up this guy. You should pick up that guy." And then I picked up the tight end, and I picked up the running back, and I was like, "Wait, I don't actually like Singletary." Like, fuck. And then, but it didn't matter anyways in the long run because my whole team was like shut out from injuries and blowouts, and so I was doomed from the beginning.
Travis Kelce with 2.9 points. You're gonna lose if he only gets 2.9 points.
Oh yeah, that was big.
That was too much Taylor Swift, too much in London.
Yeah, was she not at that game? I didn't see.
She was not at that game. That's why.
He was not at the game. All the Swifties did not
Yeah.
support the
The
Chiefs.
Swifty power did not lift Kelsey up to
God, that's
score more than 3.
hey, but Josh Allen got 24 points. That was solid. Just the rest of your team is just not performing the way that they should. That's all right. Let's go to another close matchup, which resulted in only a Monday night football type of thing. Bex Ballers versus JJ Mahomes. Bex Ballers going into Monday night was down, I think, 2.4 points and had a choice of either Garrett Wilson or Keenan Allen to play that game. And I chose Garrett Wilson, and it almost cost me my whole season on there. Your thoughts? RIP to the competition.
Yeah, I mean, you two are the face of our league, and both of you guys didn't put up enough points to normally win. 92 points, and that's typically a big L. So, good for you, lucky for you. But yeah, it was close. Did Garrett Wilson have like a fumble or something in the first?
He had a
quarter?
catch and a fumble on the first thing, and I was down 4 points now.
Yeah, so I mean, dude, that offense, Zach Wilson looks so bad. So, I mean, congrats. You're lucky you got that 9.5. I mean, yeah, that offense looks, besides Brees looks good, but yeah, Zach Wilson, depending on that passing game, that looks horrible.
Oh,
but yeah, I mean, you had a big game from Schultz, and once I had a bad Mahomes and Derek Moore and Metcalf showing, so not much he could do. And he had 2 of the 49ers on bye, just like No did.
But you gotta roll with what you got, right? You gotta roll with what you got there.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you had ETN on bye as well, and the Niners D on bye. So.
Oh no! Any thoughts on this one?
I mean, it looks like how it should have played out, where the number 1 stayed number 1, and the number 2 would have to drop down a little bit, because someone else another chance. Looks good.
We'll see. We'll see. So here we go to the last one. I mean, this one was pretty much done when someone put Kyler Murray into the spot, hoping based upon reports given throughout training camp this week, and practices that Kyler Murray would start. Unfortunately, Kyler did not start, and yet you still didn't change him out.
Yeah.
But then you had no other option because Goff is on a bye. You're not going to drop Goff. You wouldn't drop Kyler if you picked him up, because he's eventually going to play. So you had to bite the bullet on that one. Your thoughts on that one, RIP?
No, actually, I was meaning to change Kyler out. The reports were that it was like a 50-50 chance he's going to play. And then on Sunday, I just got distracted. It was my niece's birthday and just really busy, morning and early afternoon. And, by the time I looked, I was like, oh my God, he's not playing. And I was definitely going to drop Goff. Goff is, just like a streaming QB basically at this year. And so, but I did look and, I was going to choose between Baker and Derek Carr. Most likely I was going to go with Derek Carr, and neither of them would have made a difference. I needed 20 points. Baker had 19, and I think Carr had like almost 17. So neither of them reached 20. The only guy that would have got me over the hump was Dobbs, who was not even starting, and I never would have been able to pick him out of a barrel anyway. So if I lose because I'm tied in the playoffs and I didn't get 17 points, then that's the life I'll have to live with. But yeah, I mean, everyone was on bye for me or injured, and so I just didn't have any options regardless.
Oh, this is where being a Detroit Lions fan might have been hurtful on that one. Tom Holmes finally gets a victory, and not only a victory, a landslide, 120 points. He gets 20 points from Austin Eckler, 21 from Josh Jacobs, finally 20 points from Rondé Stevenson. He had a triple RB1 lineup that just did not perform at all during this past season so far. And then finally it pays off on there. What do you think, No? Do you think Tom Holmes has something in it to kind of make a run for the playoffs, to continue his streak?
I think he has a chance. I think it's a tight one, but he has a chance. But it has to be a big chance, like a big it's like winning a lottery chance.
Oh my goodness. What do you think, RIP? You or Tom Holmes more likely to make the playoffs?
I don't know. It's definitely a toss up, but I do think Montgomery's coming back from injury and Achon's coming back from injury, so I think I'm definitely going to have a little bit of like the relay race legs at the end of the season, hopefully to pull off a few wins. But it's tough. I'm behind the 8 ball now, and I gotta get that final kick into gear. So we'll see. It's tough to call. If his running backs go 20 apiece from here on out, he's tough. He's gonna be real tough.
I mean, it seems like Devontae's getting a little bit more love. Thielen had an off day. I think Waddle had an off day as well. Tua definitely had an off day, did not perform as much as he wanted to. So if that gets back on track, who knows what could happen with Tom Holmes. I mean, solid Justin Tucker kicking field goals nonstop all over the place. Young Ho getting you 19 points. See that.
I got 2 Koreans and 3 Lions.
Yeah.
Go Lions.
Flybird Fly Young Ho Ko gets 19 points. Damn. That is just a lot from that kicker on there. But folks, we're coming to maybe halfway, a little bit past halfway. And Bex Baller's on top, 8-1 record. Eat these nuts, Mother Puka, now has slid into the last position here. Your thoughts, gentlemen. Who is battling for Catering Bowl on there? Because now we have 3 teams that could possibly be in that Catering Bowl. Super Jamario, OMG, and D's Nuts. RIP competition, let us hear from you. Who's in Catering Bowl, and actually who's gonna slide in to the playoffs as well?
Like I said, it was pretty tough. Everyone's really squished together. You know, JB's up on top. I'm glad that you beat one suck and you kept it close for the playoff hunt. I guess I was wrong before when I said that Dave had no chance at the playoffs. He definitely has a chance. His team's been really doing well the last few weeks, and you know he was at the very bottom, but yeah, I guess
Only two
things are
games
evening out.
behind.
Yeah, I think catering is going to be between No and Hoon, and then playoffs is JB, Tom Cho. I'm gonna say it's the four on top. I think that's gonna be the most likely scenario. But yeah, I think Nino, me, Tom, and Dave, we have an outside shot chance. Any of us could sneak in if there's injuries or anything that happens. It's still a lot of games left.
No, who's catering? Who's going to the playoffs in your opinion?
I'm not catering. Fuck that shit.
Um,
Who's going to playoffs? I like Jeffrey's team, especially the fact that his running backs are coming back. But everyone's team is starting to blow up again. So I'm lost about who's actually going to gonna make it. I mean, Tom's just showed his team just showed that he's contender. So I'm more sad about how my team shot 50 points.
you got to worry about the points now. I mean, you have a 40-point lead or 30, basically 35-point lead over Hoon, and if it comes to a tie, you're gonna need all these points at the end of the year.
Oh
It's
God, the
close,
points for right here, man. Woo.
right? And
Damn, I
now
just
it looks
dropped.
like No has the most points against. I guess Dave Yoon was leading that, and now No's overtaking them. So yeah, tough luck for No, but
You might get
you
some.
know, he's been in this position before, so clenched butthole again.
We'll see what happens. I almost quit fantasy this week.
It's understandable, but got a lot of teams who have a lot of moves here. Tom Holmes making some moves at 21, Super Jamario 18, Norung picking up 17 here. Playoff chances going on. Ooh, last place gonna puke all your face takes over as most points, so you might get some money there. But man, let's see what happens on those. Week 10, it's gonna be a banger. We got Nenet against Hoon. Eat these nuts.
It's a must win for both.
That's a must win for both. Puke all over your face versus Bex Ballers. This is a battle, potential playoff matchup here. That's on there. Chocho Train versus it's the Toms versus the Toms. That's also very important, especially for Tian, who's not going to watch this video. But hey, Tian, good luck to you, buddy. Make sure you play all your great players. Brandon Choi, JJ Mahomes versus Super Jamario Brothers. This is also a very, very, very important matchup.
Yeah, must win for Dave if he has any thoughts of playoffs. Like he's gonna have to win weeks like this where he's going against the playoff contenders. So
oh my goodness,
this is exciting.
This is exciting, and look at who we have here. None other than Rip to the Competition versus your boy OMG. I mean, this is both. Is Norung gonna go into catering bowl mode, or is Jeffrey gonna go into playoff mode? Both very, very crucial wins There might be some tension at the office this week. I don't know. Guys, keep it civil. This is just football. But wow. Let's delve into it real quick to see what's going on here. Wow.
Well,
Jumps. Kels is out.
noted.
Oh,
So.
goodness. Kels is out. He's bye week.
Yeah.
You're gonna need to do some
It's okay.
movement.
No, you can start winning after this week. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna make some moves this week. I have no
Yeah,
idea what I'm gonna make, but I'm making moves.
You just need to move.
And with no advice from anyone, because that's the worst move.
yeah. You gotta believe in yourself, bro. Believe in
Yeah.
yourself.
Believe in yourself. But
I have to go back to my original strategy, so gotta go back there.
wow, this is gonna be a tight one. It's gonna be a tight one. Once you do some switching around, it's gonna be pretty even. Oh, Kyler Murray, if he shows up. Oh, for sure. I think he's for sure starting now.
Yeah, I think he's for sure starting.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll see.
That why
I
they
mean,
dropped Dobbs. That's why they dropped Dobbs. I mean, there was so much moves going on this last week.
Yep. Trade deadline came.
They traded Dobbs and all that kind of stuff, and I was like, "What the hell's going on? I can't handle this stress."
Well, there's gonna be much more stress for this week because this is gonna be a tight matchup.
wait, can you go back to schedule? How many more weeks is there? I think it's almost you got to win out at this point if you have any if you want true hopes.
Oh,
okay, there's
15.
5 weeks.
We gotta win. You gotta
You gotta
win.
win. You gotta win. And honestly, even though he he could make the playoffs at 3-6. I mean, if we're saying Dave can, then we also have to say that No can. And so
Very possible.
yeah, I don't think Hoon can, but he can easily not be last. So dude, every game, man, it counts now. And it's
Every time I think about playing against somebody, you know what I think? I think NFL, no friends league.
No, that's right, buddy. This is where it comes down to it. This is where it comes.
Anybody
Nut check
trading?
time. Nut check time.
Anybody trading Beast Mode for Moster? Because I think Moster's up for grabs now.
When is the trading deadline? I don't even know. Deadline is.
I'm not sure.
There's a trading deadline, huh?
There is. It's on there. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But boys, this is going to be turning out to be a tenuous week 10 that's going to come up. Thank you for reviewing week 9 with us. This is a reminder to all owners. 1, check your lineups. Make sure you have the people that are actually eligible to play in your lineups. And 2, bye weeks obviously are still continuing onwards. Need to monitor that. And lastly, there are a ton of people on the waiver wire that you could pick up and replace. So make sure to make those things happen. Boys, good luck to you all. Not really. I'm sitting on top and pretty. So good luck, whoever's going to not make catering bowl / or makes the playoffs and faces.
Hey, wait. Yo, is Harbaugh getting suspended or what?
That's not appropriate for this podcast on here. There are legal matters that need to have happened. So unfortunately, we cannot comment at this time due to NCAA rulings on those things.
Oh, well.
Thank you, everyone. Peace out. Week 9 recap.